राधा माधव राधे गोपीजन वल्लभा गिरिवरधारी गोपीजन वल्लभा गिरिवरधारी यशोदानंदन व्रज जन रंजन यशोदानंदन व्रज जन रंजन यमुना तीरावनचारी यमुना तीरावनचारी जय राधा माधवा कुंज बिहारी हरे कृष्णा 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे हरे Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram 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 Hare 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 Ram 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 Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram 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 Hare 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 Ram Radha Madan Mohan Radha Madan Mohan Radha Madan Mohan Radhe Radha Vrindavan Chandra Radha Vrindavan Chandra Radha Vrindavan Chandra Radhe Jai Jai Jalal Jai Baladev Jai Subhadra Jaya Sudarshana Nittai Gauranga Jaya Nittai Gauranga Nittai Gauranga Jaya Nittai Gauranga सदैव पावन हरिनाम संकीर्तन की अनंत कोटि वैष्णव वृंद की श्रीला प्रभुपाद की ग्रंथराज श्रीमद् भागवतम की। ओम अज्ञानतिमिरान्धस्य ज्ञानाञ्जनशलाकया चक्षुरुन्मीलितं येन तस्मै श्रीगुरवे नमः। श्रीचैतन्यमनोभीष्टं स्थापितं येन भूतले स्वयं रूपः कदा मह्यं ददाति स्वपदान्तिकं। वन्देऽहं श्रीगुरोः श्रीयुतापदकमलं श्रीगुरून् वैष्णवांश्च। श्रीरूपं साग्रजातं सहगणरघुनाथान्वितं तं सजीवं साद्वैतं सावधूतं परिजनसहितं कृष्णचैतन्यदेवं श्रीराधाकृष्णपादान् सहगणललिता श्रीविशाखान्वितांश्च। नमो विष्णुपादाय कृष्णप्रेष्ठाय भूतले श्रीमते भक्तिवेदांत स्वामिन्निति नामिने। नमस्ते सारस्वते देवे गौरवाणी प्रचारिणे निर्विशेष शून्यवादी पाश्चात्य देशतारिणे। नमो महावदन्याय कृष्ण प्रेम प्रदायते कृष्णाय कृष्ण चैतन्य नाम्ने गौरत्विषे नमः। हे कृष्ण करुणा सिंधो दीनबंधो जगत्पते गोपेश गोपिका कांत राधा कांत नमोस्तुते। तप्त कांचन गौरांगी राधे वृंदावनेश्वरी वृषभानुसुते देवी प्रणमामि हरिप्रिये। वाञ्छाकल्पतरुभ्यश्च कृपा सिन्धुभ्य एव च पतितानां पावनेभ्यो वैष्णवेभ्यो नमो नमः। जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर श्रीवासादि गौरभक्तवृंद। हरे कृष्णा कृष्ण कृष्ण हरे 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 राम 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 हरे हरे। ओम नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय। ओम नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय। ओम नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय। नारायणं नमस्कृत्य नरं चैव नरोत्तमं देवीं सरस्वतीं व्यासं ततो जयमुदीरये। नष्टप्रायेषु अभद्रेषु नित्यं भागवत सेवया भगवत्युत्तमश्लोके भक्तिर्भवति नैष्ठिकी। कृष्णाय वासुदेवाय देवकी नंदनाय च नंदगोपकुमाराय गोविंदाय नमो नमः। So we will see the syllabus. So we have been doing course number 1 here. Cultivating right attitudes and carving our success. Today we will do this one, overcoming inferiority and superiority complex. It will take 2 sessions, one for the inferiority complex, one for the superiority complex. We'll do this. So this is a very, very important topic for devotees, because this topic touches an aspect which many devotees will go through in their life. So you see this definition here? Inferiority complex. To feel uneasy, to see or appreciate success or appreciation of others, which means individually one is unable to appreciate others' success, or when others are appreciating, one is unable to tolerate it. that kind of some unpleasant feeling when one gets by seeing someone very successful. So also one thing is that no one can be better than me. Mhm. This type of ego can be the individual, or it can be a collective ego also for a particular temple or a project. Our temple and their temple. Or our group and that group. That kind of comparison. Or me versus other devotees. Like I am a book distributor, some other book distributor. I am a preacher, another preacher. And I am a singer, another singer. Hmm. Like that one take comparisons. I am nija paroveti gananam lagu chetasam. Udara charitanam tu vasudha eva kutumbakam. So seeing me versus others, that can be kind of compartmentalization. Not seeing all souls similar in nature. In Krishna's creation, Prabhupada says, for Krishna, service rendered by a calf and service rendered by Radharani, there is no difference, Prabhupada says, on the absolute platform. Because both are in nature, Chinmaya, both are spiritual. And Krishna recognizes small and big devotees also. Like Lord Rama recognizes Kuril and Hanuman, isn't it? Krishna recognizes calf and Radharani. So in the spiritual world, this is absent, this type of inferiority complex. The reason is, nobody feels I am lacking something. Some people ask a question, probably does Hanuman not feel bad that he can't go to Goloka? He's stuck in, Saket or whatever. That is because people superimpose their inferiority complex on Hanuman also. Isn't it? So Hanuman is quite happy in his own position. As servant of Lord Ram. So when one feels inferiority complex, then one wants to be like someone else in order to win the popularity or, to become famous or whatever. His one as Gaurgand Maharaj says, one develops fear if somebody becomes very famous or popular or somebody is recognized. They fear great Vaishnavas. How? For example, somebody may say, so-and-so Prabhu was going through this city in the airport. We just requested him to come for a program. He almost got ready. Oh, really? He came? Huh? Did he come here? And they say, actually then he thought that he will not be able to catch the flight if he goes for the program. So we skipped the program. Thank God he didn't come. One thing's like that. Because if he came and people got to hear from him personally, my Lord, then what will happen to me? People fear like that. People's appreciation of me will be diminished by that. People think like that. So, therefore, Maharaj says that they fear people who carry some Shakti, some potency. And in order to diminish their value, they talk ill of them. They criticize about them. They backbite about them. Or they will say something to the effect of, basically, why are they trying to diminish them? They are trying to take people's attention away from that person. Please don't look at him. He is nothing glorious. There is nothing special about him. Please take your attention away. Then they will ask them, where to put attention? Here. Either they will say, look at me, look at my glory, that is inferiority complex. You see. So fear of losing importance, respect, and special privileges. Like Suruchi, she was insecure that Dhruva may take up the throne. Isn't it? There are plenty of examples in the Bhagavata. You can write like you find Suruchi, also Kartadyuti's co-wives, they felt that King Chitraketu is neglecting them. They wanted attention, isn't it? Similarly, Diti feels envious of Indra. Diti versus Indra. Diti versus Aditi. Actually, Diti was feeling Aditi has sons and I don't have a son. Correct now? So therefore she approached her husband at a inappropriate time for copulation and begetting children in the twilight time, and that gave rise to birth of Hiranyaksha and Hiranyakashipu. Their purpose is, although Diti spoke sweet words and tried to persuade Kashyapa to give her the seed, actually she was envious of Aditi. She thought that she has children, and what do people say? People will call me a barren woman. So she felt envious. Which means a woman who has no children, she feels somebody else has children, then she feels envious. Similarly, Suruchi, Suniti, again, that's like a power fight. Suruchi was thinking how to occupy the throne. My son can occupy the throne. So that similar to the situation of Suruchi is Kaikeyi also, correct, no? Kaikeyi was simple-hearted, but mantra polluted her by creating, inferiority complex and insecurity inside her heart. Basically, when Kaikeyi was so simple, when mantra came and told her that Ram is going to be coronated as the heir apparent, she took her necklace and gave it to her, which goes to show how non-envious she was, how simple she was, simple-hearted. But then, such a Kaikeyi, within a few moments, her mind became toxic because mantra spoke something. Mantra told, you don't understand, Kaikeyi, when Ram would be made the king, Kaushalya becomes the favorite queen of your king. Till now, out of the 3 queens, who is favorite? You are the favorite. The moment Ram becomes king, because Kaushalya will become whose mother? King's mother. So king's mother will be like Patrani. She is the mother, like Jijabai, mother of Shivaji Maharaj, highly respectable. Then you will not be respected. Actually, what was going on in Mantra's mind was that I am a kubdi, I have a hunchback, and some people would tease her in the palace. Now, Mantra's fear was, if Ram becomes king, then Kaushalya becomes prominent, then I will be even more teased by people. Correct, no? On the other hand, if Kaikeyi becomes the mother of the king, then people will fear to tease me. Correct, no? They will think that, she has high connections. So if we tease our, we may be put behind the bars. That was our idea. Ultimately, the inferiority complex was in who? Mantra. And she induced it in the heart of Kaikeyi. This is another thing. This is one reason why we should not associate with people who have inferiority complex, because it's a toxic consciousness and they can induce the same into others also. So Kaikeyi had that feeling, and the mantra had that feeling. So she made Kaikeyi think in that way. And as soon as Kaikeyi saw that comparison being made between her and Kaushalya, immediately she could not take it. She said, really? If what you are saying is true, I was saved timely. And then she said, oh, Mantra, in your hunchback resides the most complex diplomacy in the whole world. And when I make my son the king, I will apply chandan paste on your hunchback, and I will offer beautiful necklaces for your hunchback, she was telling. So, and I will offer you the best of the saris and ornaments and everything for you. So she started praising Mantra. That means Mantra induced insecurity and envy in her. Instead of driving her away and not taking her words seriously, on the other hand, she started praising her and welcoming the toxic consciousness into her heart. Correct, no? So this is the greatest danger of inferiority complex. So we find that in Kaikeyi. Similarly, Kritaditi's co-wives, see, sometimes the mistake is not only one side. Chitraketu also, being the king, he should know the mindset of his wives. So Chitraketu, Kritaditi and the boy, what's his name? Harshashoka. They became one unit. So king would come straight, go to the Antapur, to the room of Kritaditi. And he gave her a lot of affection because she was the one who at last brought the child and gave the child to him. And then after his business over, talking to wife and child, and then he would go away. And all the other queens would be watching from a distance. They thought, look at the king. Earlier how he was treating all of us equally. Now that equal treatment is gone. Now he's treating us differently. So one queen cried and said, see, he's treating us like Kritaduti's servants, she said. Another queen said, hey, what are you talking? Not Kritaduti's servants. He's treating us as servants of Kritaduti's servant maids. She was telling other queens. And they all formed a group, union. Like company, they have union, Hamari mangi purti karo. Of course, in companies, they have a flag, they raise the flag and demand some fulfillment. Here what they did, basically they discussed amongst themselves, this shows Bala Buddhi, foolish consciousness. They discussed, what is the cause of Kritaditi getting so much importance and we not getting importance? They said, so that is the baby. We could not give the baby and she could give. Okay? If that is the case, and what is to be done? So Kritaditi minus baby will make her equal to all of us. So the baby has to be made minus. How to do that? Then they poison the child. Correct, no? So they got destructive consciousness. That means inferiority complex can lead to tamoguna. Destructive consciousness. That's how they became insecure, and insecurity leading to envy. You can see that. Similarly, Diti also got destructive consciousness because she thought Indra, in this case, she wanted sons also. At the same time, now 2 times Diti gets envy. One is when Aditi has sons and she has no son, she's comparing. You see, in one family, there is an elder sister and younger sister. The elder sister, she got 1 daughter. At that time, the younger sister got 1 son. Then again, the elder sister got the 2nd daughter. She got a 2nd son. So the elder sister got 4 daughters. She was thinking at least the 3rd one will be boy. But all of them became daughters. And the 2nd sister, she had all 3 sons. So now the elder sister can feel very bad that why God is so foolish. Give 2 boys, 2 girls. For her also 2 boys, 2 girls. It will be more balanced, isn't it? Why he is giving 3, 4 boys to her and 3, 4 girls to me, correct now? She may think like that. But actually our logic is very narrow-minded. Because God knows who deserves what and what should be given to whom. Everything is all well planned. Karmic account is very difficult to understand. So in this way, then people, even in royal families or very rich families also, people can develop envy for one another, insecure. Because why they feel like that? When the children grow up, who will actually be at the helm of affairs? Who will hold the money? Who will hold the property? Kiska hukum chalega? Who will ultimately make decisions and control the people and situations? If it is a male boy, I get a male boy, then it will be like that. People calculate everything. You see. So in this way, later on, Diti saw that her 2 sons were killed by, Varahadeva and Narsimha, lords. She cannot become angry on the Lord because Lord is the master of everybody. So then she thought, who induced the Lord to come? Therefore it is said, Indrari Vyakulam Lokam. So she said, catch Indra. Because Indra complained to, and this is what happens sometimes. A spiritual master calls a disciple and scolds. And the disciple doesn't become angry on Guru. He becomes angry on one who complained to Guru, correct? Because this fellow complained, therefore Guru is upset and I am not in good books of Guru now. Therefore he became envious of that particular person. So that's what happened with her. She complained about me she complained about my sons to Lord, and Lord came and finished them. So she developed envy for Indra. So Diti versus Aditi, and Diti versus Indra also we can say. Feeling insecure and envy. Yeah. Yeah, Gandhari also in Mahabharata. Yeah. Gandhari's, because Gandhari's main envy was, insecurity was, if I got the first son, he would be ruling the world. Now Kunti got the first son, Yudhishthir, before my sons were born. So that is her insecurity again. Yeah. Similarly, Indra feels several times, insecurity in relation to others. Indra versus Prithu, correct, no? In the 4th canto, once my spiritual master spoke a very beautiful lecture on, character of Prithu versus excellence of Indra. So Indra was more concerned about excellence in his area of performing yajna. One is a champion of excellence, another one is champion of character. Correct. Now, who is champion of character? Prithu. He stopped with 99 yajnas. And Indra is a champion of excellence in his area of performing yajna. Is Shatakratu. 100 yajnas he has performed. So he's very proud of his area of excellence. So out of the two, Lord was more pleased with Prithu's attitude. Prithu sacrificed the sacrifice. 100 sacrifice. That pleased Lord Vishnu even more. So therefore, once His Grace Gauranga Darshan Prabhu was going around giving one very nice lecture on one topic called Why 99 is greater than 100? Everybody was curious. Hey Prabhuji, I think there's a mistake in the poster. How do you say 99 is greater than 100? So if you're curious, okay, come for the lecture, you will understand. Correct, no? And people went for the lecture, they understood now. So 99 plus, willingness to align with Lord's will, correct, no? Is greater than 100 yajnas which are conducted, which are independently enacted by one's own whimsical idea. Correct, no? So Indra is another fellow who is known for becoming insecure, sending apsaras to pull the leg of sages, whom he often fears that they may take over his post. That's a fear of that. In our devotee communities, where this kind of insecurities can come, you see, when you start preaching, everybody is like a child. All of us have experience. Everybody is like a milk-drinking baby in the beginning. But then 3, 4, 5 years, as they grow, different people start manifesting different talents. Correct, no? There may be some whom we preached and brought, and they may become very famous preachers. They may become very popular preachers. They may be endowed with power to influence people. They may become big managers, big leaders. They may build big temples also. They may do that. Many things they may do, far more powerful than the way we may be doing. So your father should never feel envy for the son. Like the way Hiranyakashipu felt envy for Prahlad. That is very, very improper. Your father should always be joyful to see the son flourishing. One time I asked in a lecture, how many of you boys who couldn't get into IIT, but you helped your brother get some notes, materials and everything, and he prepared and he got into IIT? How many of you will be very happy? So a good number of boys raised hand. Prabhuji, I'll be very happy if I can make my brother get into IIT. Then I asked, how many of you feel unhappy that you couldn't get into IIT but your younger brother got into IIT? So one boy raised hand. I said, why do you feel like this? How is it, Prabhuji, I couldn't get in? Log kya bolenge hamare parivar mein? People say that you couldn't get in, your brother got in. He's competing with his own brother, you see. So that envy is there. So he feels insecure. Log kya sochenge hamare bare mein? So actually when one has a big heart, you feel that, Krishna can manifest wonderfully through anybody. Different people are differently talented and Krishna can manifest. So wonderful things he can do. And we don't have to make a foolish effort to criticize them and bring them down. Actually, the more we try to criticize them, people will understand that, hey, Prabhuji, you have trouble. Sare dunya tali baja raha, aap kya bol rahe hain? Everybody is accepting he is a great soul and you are saying that he is bad. Now we are wondering whether he is bad or you have some problem. People will say like that. Therefore it is said, if you spit on the clouds, that story Bhaktivinoda Thakur says, one boy was walking on the road and the clouds were rumbling. And the boy looked at the sky and said, hey, don't make noise, he said. And the clouds hardly bothered about what he said. They continued making sound, making sound. After a few minutes, he got so angry. he spat on the cloud. Pooh, like that he spat. So what do you think must have happened? No? The saliva went up and came and landed on his cheeks. Isn't it? So Prabhupada also says, eagle was once cursing a cow to die while flying up in the sky. By the curse of the eagle, the cow is not going to die because the eagle is eager to eat the cow. So he is saying, let it die. Similarly, sometimes people feel that this person is so much recognized, so much appreciated, so much applauded. So people secretly harbor some malice thinking that let some problem come to him. Suddenly imagine he got a fracture or something and he's limping. Acha, tang to gaya kam se kam. Feels like that. He's at least he's suffering. They enjoy in seeing that person suffering. Yeah. So that is why this inferiority complex, fear of losing importance, respect and special privileges, to think if my friend wins, I am loser. If I win, my friend is loser. Like that he thinks. Like for example, once your father was asking his son, Beta, how many marks you got in mathematics? Yeah. He said, Papa, the neighborhood boy, he also failed in maths. What is the meaning of that? Yeah. He also failed means he doesn't want to say I failed. He failed means dekho, he is very intelligent. You always say he is very intelligent. Oh, fail ho gaya, matlab kya? So you understand that. That's why. So people always compare. That means if he passed, that means, I am useless. Or if I pass and he fails, I am better than him. So there's always comparison, unhealthy comparison with peers. And either we feel morose or we feel elated. Elation comes from thinking I have been able to beat him down. And moroseness comes because of feeling that my importance is taken away, or I am. Like, if somebody got first rank 5 times, and now the first rank went to somebody else, and you got a second rank or third rank or something like that, people feel envious for the fellow who took away the first rank. Correct, no? There's a true story I saw in the internet a few months ago. There was one boy from India. He was a computer science department abroad in one very famous university. So he was staying in a room in the hostel with another boy, probably from China or Japan, and some boy was staying. So this boy has been a steady topper in computer science first year. Always steady topper. And then even in the first year itself, he became an entrepreneur. He started running a company. Even in his first year itself, first year undergrad only. He started running a company, and many people, professors and students, thought that this fellow is going to become a very big business magnate in US. But in the end of first year, when he wrote the exams and got the marks, again, he topped the final exam also. So his roommate stabbed him and finished him. He killed him. Of course, they showed the video of this boy arrested by the police, handcuffed and taken. He was walking like this. So there is no, reason for him to kill him. Only reason is he felt, he was also in the same department, when he could not take the praise. And we say that somebody may talk ill, that is also violence. But more violent is physically finishing a person. Just see. So insecurity is very, very dangerous. Insecurity is very destructive, either verbally destructive or physically destructive. I also read in 2019 during COVID time, there was one in Latur, there was one tutorials, some Sharma tutorials. He had some dozen teachers working in the tuition center. It was a slow sailing center, tuition center. It was not a growing center. Maybe 200-300 people were there. It was going on. But one teacher in that thought that, if I go out and start my own, I can grow very fast. Right? No? So he came out and he started step-by-step tutorials. And then that he expanded into the 6 branches in 2 years. Very fastly. All over Latur he started. So the first fellow became insecure because people started telling him, Dekho, when he was under you, he could only do just teaching. And you were paying him salary. Now he is paying salary, and because this fellow brought many IITians and NITians as teachers, and he started multiplying. And he started putting big billboards with marks and everything. So many of his students got into IIT and everything. So when this fellow, wherever he went in the city, he saw the fame of that person. So he thought that as long as this fellow is in this city, people will talk ill of me, ridicule me. Now I have become unimportant and he has become all important. Correct, no? So when he couldn't take it, he arranged for some hoodlums to go and finish that person. So these examples give us a clue, what is inferiority complex, how dangerous it is. Fair enough. No, I'm asking. Advancement, he is identifying with the number of years he has stayed in ISKCON. So seen here means seen years. Many years he has seen, correct? Na? That's all. He might have seen many, many years, but he has not made progress so much. Like imagine if his junior in the previous life has done 90% Krishna consciousness, and this fellow has done only 40%. So he may come under him. That doesn't mean the junior has to be also having lesser percentage of advancement than him, correct? No? Is it possible or not? Somebody whom we brought, how many have experienced? You went and touched one boy, he suddenly becomes very serious devotee. Anybody's experience? Correct, no? You will see like that. He is like ready-made devotee. Huh? As soon as you touch it, immediately becomes devotee like that. Which means he's already done quite a bit in the previous life. So there is no point feeling it. So we all should think ourselves as facilitators in the life of those whom we are preaching to. I am just facilitating a boy to get connected to the Guru Parampara through a book or through some prasad, through some preaching program. And once I connect, then the boy can connect with me, connect with my equal other preacher, God brother preachers, can connect with many Prabhupada disciples, can connect with Prabhupada books. And wherever he is comfortable, he can take, wherever he is more inspired, he should be allowed to take that inspiration for growing. So now this is one practical problem coming in our society. Like in many places, there are many people starting Bhakti Vriksha groups. Now some of their people start getting online inspiration. Like one example I'll tell you, Pranavanand Prabhu is a very famous devotee, many people know. Now Pranavanand Prabhu is Telugu preacher. Now he has like 700k, 600k people watching. Very sweet speaker, presenter. Now somebody was attending a program under some preacher, and they went in the class. They asked, Prabhuji, yesterday I heard Pranavanand Prabhu gave one very nice lecture. Prabhuji, acha laga. He said, "Shh, kuch bolna nahi, don't tell." And then after the class, he took that devotee to one room and said, "Hey, कुछ बोलना नहीं इधर." He is afraid. Others are asking, which lecture Prabhu किधर मिलता है? They were asking. Hey, see how much can you hide people? Actually, nowadays in YouTube world, so many people are putting. Correct, no? He took this devotee and threatened this devotee. If you bring out this name to other people, if you inspire, क्या करूँगा मालूम है तुमको? I want everybody to attend this Bhakti Vriksha program. Otherwise, people will hear the YouTube and they will stop coming to my class here. That devotee got frightened. He wrote a mail to me. Babaji, he's threatening me. I am afraid now. Earlier, when I was attending his program, then he asked, Babaji, if somebody brought us to Krishna consciousness, do they have monopoly over us? That lifelong I have to remain in his pocket only? He asked like that. No. Actually, when people grow over a period of time, if they are, therefore, there is something called as influence without authority. What is influence without authority? That is real influence. That means even I am not using my strength of my post to control you. I am your Shiksha Guru. Just like, for example, some preachers say, I will give Bhakti Shastri and all my students have to attend. Whose Bhakti Shastri? My Bhakti. All the 4 books I will only speak. And everybody, because I have been instrumental in bringing you to Krishna consciousness, you should take inspiration from me. And you should, take on the. So what some people do, they attend his lecture, Naam ke vaste, but they connect with other. There are working in a united way. If everybody is doing that, I don't think there will be anarchy, correct? No? That is also a problem. So that should be done, things should be done in a united way. At the same time, in the name of being united, we should not suppress people due to our inferiority complex. That's the main point. So, somebody may be a young devotee, but may be able to present Krishna consciousness in a more interesting manner, correct? No? So people like to hear from such preachers who may present in a more interesting manner. And we shouldn't think that how can they like lecture of somebody who is junior to me, whom I brought to Krishna consciousness. I am more senior, they should hear from me only. Those kind of ideas are all very complex. To make down fame or position who has got ahead of me. This I told you already. A person tries to drag down. Just like when Hanuman was flying, that Simhika, she was trying to catch his shadow and pull him, no? Yeah, that type of, that arises due to insecurity. So, see, this is a very common thing parents know. If first, when a child is born, he is an apple of eye for everybody in the family, correct? No? When the second child comes, everybody's attention is on the second child. The first child sometimes feels a little, losing his importance. So he goes and pinches his younger brother. And the younger brother goes, he's crying. And the mother wonders why this child is crying. And she asking the first son, Beta, kya hua? Kuch nahi hua. But he's given a pinch. Because he feels that everybody is looking at the second baby, newborn baby, and nobody is looking at him. So in Krishna consciousness, we should remember when we became newly Krishna conscious, at that time, many people dealt with us like a darling. Somebody gave you a sweet rice, somebody gave you halwa. People pamper you in the early days when you come, correct? No? But after you spend some time, then people think anyway you become a fixed up devotee now. You don't need too much encouragement, correct? No? Then they may give attention and appreciation and encouragement to those who are coming new, correct? No? One shouldn't think that, what is this? Now they are appreciating him, not me. One is supposed to be so mature and advanced that one should also join in appreciating the newcomers, isn't it? So, yeah. Yeah, due to this, what is this thing? Deviation, see here. Due to excessive self-importance, we tend to want to attract everyone's attention towards us. Favoritism may please our mind and senses, but does not fulfill the needs of the mission of ISKCON. I'll tell you an example. Now, say for example, one devotee has 30-40 devotees under him. He's a preacher. Now, he has to choose a person for the job. for a particular service he has to choose. So what this devotee did, he took one of his favorite devotees and put for that department. But this favorite devotee is not good in the service. Huh? He is not good in the service. But why he chose him? Because he considers, he was like attached to this preacher, like a baby. He was like a puppet in his hands. So he liked that. Whereas there was another preacher, another person in his team who was a very competent person for this department. You give him this department, he will take it to another great height. But although he is capable person, he would always give ideas to this leader. Probably instead of this, can we do this? Instead of that, can we do this? That this fellow didn't like it. He thought he is always crossing me. I think he will, if I give him the department, he will take it to a great height and then become popular. And then other people will recognize him more than me. So he developed that fear. So then he didn't give that fellow that opportunity. He gave his own favorite man. The favorite man will take it to this height. The other fellow will take it to this height. So ultimately what suffers? Mission suffers because of inferiority complex. That means because the inferiority complex of devotees, the mission can suffer. That's the point. Not only individually he suffers, because of his inferiority complex, collectively devotees also suffer. And the mission can also suffer because he has favoritism, nepotism and things like that. So, I will show you a PowerPoint now. See here, this lady, look at her eyes, you can see she's feeling inferiority complex looking at the other lady. Yeah. Why is she so happy? She's thinking like that, isn't it? Yeah. Here you see, from where does this inferiority complex begin? We may have a question. Look at this picture. Anybody can explain that picture? Okay, accomplishment. Now, who is happy, who is not happy in the picture? Look at the picture. Why is that girl looking like that? Because the mother is recognizing only her sons winning that trophy. And the daughter feels that, oh, mother never appreciates me. Never. That means if you have to get love of the mother, you have to get a trophy. If I don't get trophy, I will become a neglected one. Correct now? So that's because of the mother's comparison. So actually the mothers should be able to show their children, whether you are a topper of the class or you are a bottom of the class, our love for you is not dependent on your scores. Ultimately everybody is given different amount of IQ by God, as per your previous karma. Somebody may be smart in studies, somebody may not be smart in studies. Whatever you are, but I love you because you are my child, not because you got the top rank in the class. Every mother, every parent has the duty to give that this thing. In the same manner, now let us apply it in ISKCON life. We will apply. Honestly, tell me, when you are preaching, how many of you see that your mind flows very favorably towards those who bring results? Honestly, our mind is more favorable to them, right now. And how many of us quote the examples of those who are very accomplished in the preaching, book distribution and our services? We quote, correct now? So when we quote, we don't know what is happening in the minds of other people. Other people tend to think that you are saying that we are good for nothing. And they feel like that sometimes, correct now? So what to do? How will you solve that problem in a very powerful organization like ISKCON, where Bhadra Purnima, how many Bhagavatams are distributed, And then there is a book marathon, how many Bhagavatams distributed? Janmashtami, how much collection is made? Correct, no? And then how many people you preached and brought to Krishna consciousness? How many of you have started preaching programs? You are a preacher, you are a manager, you are a counselor, you are a fundraiser. So everything in terms of results is being spoken in a society like ours. So that being the case, how can we save the devotees from feeling inferiority complex who are not bringing so much results? Any of you have solution? Mike?
we can actually rotate people for services.
Yeah.
Because in some services, generally, people feel that it's very prominent. That's it.
Rotate the services.
Rotate the services. See, for example, we have every year a different Janmashtami coordinator from last 15 years.
Okay.
So everybody will have opportunity to do in this. They will learn also. At the same time, somebody else will do some. If we fix that this person only will coordinate Rath Yatra, this person only will coordinate.
Because he does expertly, we don't have to fix him always. But what if you fix a less professionally astute person for doing the service? Then the whole thing will come on you. Is it not true? If you rotate.
Everybody will help him also.
Is it
that he gets help.
Hopefully. You know. But if you put a less competent person, your anxieties are increased. But if you put a very competent person, you can just close your eyes, you can relax peacefully, you can sleep peacefully at night without any anxiety. You know that for this fellow, if you tell him, it's done. Correct now? Yeah. Actually, even though we may not give big services to everybody, we have to find out, even those smaller devotees who are not big contributors, what is one thing they can do well. There was one devotee in our those days in Radha Kunjaveri temple. He was a Hindi-speaking devotee. Those were the days when our preaching was picking up. In 2002-03, a lot of devotees started joining full-time. And they were all engineers. Huh? Earlier, they were illiterate. I mean, simple 2-3 boys were there, brahmacharis. So when 24 engineers are joining, all people are talking in English with one another. So one of the brahmacharis used to feel inferiority complex. He one day came and told, what is this? Sab log baat kar rahe hain on English. Nobody talks in Hindi here. And there are smart boys, educated, they're sitting with their laptop and talking in English, going to college, they are becoming big preachers. I feel unwanted in this place. I feel nobody is like me. I am a simple devotee. So I was wondering how to encourage him and make him feel comfortable in the temple. So sometimes he used to cook in the kitchen, sometimes he used to sing in the temple hall. So one day I just told him, you learn Mridanga, I told him. Because you're singing in the temple hall, playing harmonium. Okay, you learned Mridanga. He took that seriously. In another 4-5 months, he learned Mridangam, Shastrik Mridangam properly. He learned it. He became such an expert. Playing Mridangam, playing harmonium, singing, became very good expert. After that, many of the preachers started requesting him, Prabhuji, can you come for my program? And then everywhere he got invitation. Then he started opening calendar and saying, which day? I have to note down in my... He was giving out dates. Then I saw him very confident one day. Then I called him and asked him, he said, Pucha mat Prabhuji, now itna demand aa gaya hamara abhi. Okay. Very happy after that. So one good thing that happened to this fellow is identified some potential in himself that Krishna has given him. With that, finding their potential, then he found that I am not useless. I also can contribute in one way. And people are appreciating, recognizing, and I am getting that opportunity. So he had no more that feeling of... So he didn't have to become a preacher. Correct now? Imagine if you tell him, since everybody is engineer, better you also go out of the temple, do your competitive exam and join engineering college, 4 years of engineering and get a job and then come and join as brahmachari. Is it necessary? No. You don't have to be like somebody else. You be what you are, but identify some potential God has given you and you fan that potential and then grow to your full potential and then in that you'll be happy. Correct now? That's the point. So your upbringing will affect you if your caregivers or peers are always disapproving and critical. Like mother is this thing. Another thing is social discrimination. Read that, one of you.
Many people hold prejudices about sex, race, educational level, wealth, religion, etc.
Yeah. You see, none of the Prabhupada's disciple ladies like Malati Mataji, Yavana Mataji, Jadurani Mataji, they are all very educated people, intelligent people. Jadurani Mataji was a great artist. And Yamuna Mataji, she did so much preaching in London and everything. Malati Mataji, all these people. Even our Yadur Prabhu's wife, what's her name? Vishaka Mataji. So very intelligent and American-born girls they were at that time. Not one of them will criticize Prabhupada anytime, that he treated us as if we are unimportant or anything. Prabhupada gave them that dignity, respect, and appreciation. So, although Prabhupada writes about the woman's psychology in the books, in the purports and everything, how he treated them personally, that's why it said here, Prabhupada had no prejudice about females. He didn't treat them and he didn't belittle them. Correct, no? Similarly, the race. One time Prabhupada was in America. They took him to one field. So, I don't know, their name was Fugs or somebody. So, Prabhupada went to the field and they were all totally nude, completely, those people. And they came and sat. And then Prabhupada asked those men, what's the goal of your life? They said, goal? To make potatoes, they said. That's what we do in the field here. Prabhupada said, that is all right, but what's the ultimate goal of life? They didn't know. So he told them about eating, sleeping, mating, defending and everything, and he told everything. So even in those people, Prabhupada saw a spark of soul in their bodies and possibility of them becoming Krishna conscious. Prabhupada never cared for, caste, color, creed, nationality or gender or anything like that. So that's what he's saying here. Or educational status, or wealth, or religion, anything. Prabhupada could preach to even priests in the churches. Anybody he could preach to in a very universal way, secular way. He could present philosophy, make them comfortable. See? Yeah. He would never, undermine anybody. Yeah. So I don't read it.
Physical appearance. Burn wounds, skin diseases, height or weight.
Yeah. Like, somebody's body is fat. Do you think all fat people eat too much? Do you think? Not necessarily. Some people come in a family, due to heredity, they are fat. Correct or not? Isn't it? Yeah. Similarly, somebody may have a skin that white, what do you call that disease? Psoriasis? Psoriasis, yeah. Face. Yeah. So one should not talk about such things as long as they are Vaishnava, correct now? That famous verse. Drishtai svabhava janitair vapushascha doshair na prakrtatpamiha bhakta janasya pashyet gangam bhasam nakalu buddha phena pankhair brahmadravatvam apagacchati niradharmai. That verse says that. Vapushascha doshair. Don't talk about the dosh in the vapu. Don't talk about that skin disease, height or weight or whatever. Don't ask some Vaishnava, why are you so tall like a giraffe? Why are you so fat like an elephant? Don't talk such things. Whatever they be, whether they are tall or short or whatever they are Krishna conscious devotees. Just appreciate that. So, in this way, that inferiority complex arises due to these things. If people are criticized based on these three, then they feel inferiority complex. Yeah. You see? Children, they feel, mother is saying, look at your friend, how she scored, look at you. Immediately what daughter is doing, you see. She doesn't want to listen to that. Similarly, the boss is yelling. Boss is telling, what have you produced in the last 1 year? Look at you. We are not getting any projects because you are so dull-headed. Like that. So, either you are a child or you are an adult working in a factory company. When adults are unable to reach their own subjective goals for security and success. So, all of us, deep within our mind and heart, we have a fear of incompetence in some area. So, and that can grow or that can be destroyed. Actually, that fear of incompetence is destroyed. How? When you identify some potential in you to do some service well, and then you flourish in that. For example, say somebody joined IT field. One boy was working, but he couldn't become a team lead. He couldn't become a project manager. 8-10 years passed. He was a mediocre IT engineer. And then one day he went to his village and then went with his father. His father was a farmer. So I went to the field and saw what all the father is doing. And he started taking some interest. And then when he started doing something in the field, that created so much enthusiasm and interest in him. So when he got work from home, he started going to the village and settling. staying in the village and doing the farming and everything. He thought this is so easy for me. Sometimes in the family line, what your grandfather, father are doing, that comes very easily. Naturally it comes. He became so expert. Then whatever money he had saved, he purchased a farm. Additional acres he purchased. And he wound up his IT job and went to the field. Because he was a farmer's son, he also became farmer very happily. And now the whole world is now is on crisis. Wars are coming and so many things now and all now. So, similarly, two boys I found, they are from a village in Pune, near Pune. They stood, they were toppers in MBA called Pumba, they call it. Pune University MBA. PUMBA they call it. So they were toppers. They were gold medalists also. But then I found them in the village. Hey, what are you MBA fellows doing in village? Yeah, they said, Prabhu, just a couple of years we worked in MNCs in city. We got fed up now. We left that and we went to village. Now we are doing organic crops. They are growing and they are sending to Germany. They are making organic shops. They have a testing machine in Bangalore whether the vegetable and fruit is organic or not. There's a method of testing it. So we send it to Bangalore. From Bangalore it goes to Germany. And they were telling we are earning 3 times what we were earning in the company. So organic has become very costly now. So their father was farmer and they got into that field. So why I was telling you this, whether you are successful or not, everybody has some unique potential which is a gift of Krishna. And those who have recognized it, they will never feel that inferiority. I will show you that further. Okay, 5 practical solutions to release steam by self-esteem. How the steam builds in our system because of inferiority. That can be released like a cooker. You release the steam, then it is proper, isn't it? Otherwise it will explode. Correct, huh? See, these are the 5 A, B, C, D, E. I made it very easy for you. All of you repeat. Aspire to be good, you will end up becoming great. Big and small have potential to stand tall. Compare yourself with yourself only. Are you devoted or you work for duty's sake? And gain empowerment by prayer. These are the 5 things. So, see, I have a bhakti equivalent also for this. I'll show you. I made it in a... See here. See, aspire to be good, not great. Because if you have to become great, God will make you great, don't worry. And then second is, bhakti is for all, big and small. Correct, no? Compare yourself with yourself only. And devotional is far, far greater than professional. And then empowerment by Krishna's grace. So, I gave it in a school some time ago. In one of the schools, further I prepared this. I'm planning to prepare a pocket book on this very soon. And also for each of this, I am planning to have some activity sheet. So that people will be able to internalize these 5 principles. And once, especially it's very, very important. I was very keen to prepare a pocket book because when people understand these 5 things, all the suicides and all can be avoided. People can get out of it. Okay, let us see this, each of it. So most people in this world, are they trying to become great or they try to do good? Tell me. People want to become great. For example, if you are making a product, should you put your attention to improving the quality of the product or you should pay attention to how to promote the product? Quality. Like one example I'll tell you. One boy was playing guitar in one of the picnics that the youths went. And he was singing a song. His friend recorded it. He said, hey, it's coming out very well. He recorded it and his friend uploaded it in the YouTube. And that went, 1 million people watched. And seeing that there was another guitar player in the same class, he said, I will also sing a song. It seems that people are liking guitar very much. So he played in guitar and put that went to only 120, 130 people only. Huh? It was not many people are watching it. And he was putting the same song, same type of guitar, but somehow it didn't go so well. He got very frustrated. And to promote it, he worked very hard. Huh? Nowadays, for boosting your reels, if you pay money, you can do that, correct, no? So he was paying so much money to boost it. Still, he could boost only 1,000 or 2,000. Huh? He could not boost much. And he got thoroughly frustrated. So his attention was on promoting. Huh? And the first fellow's attention was on just performing, excelling. Right, no? So you will see that people who are actually great never wanted to be great. Huh? They did very anayas, spontaneous, like Prabhupada went to America to become great or do good. Correct? No? Similarly, you will find like Dr. Kalam, or you take Nelson Mandela, for example. These people, they all actually had intention to do some good in this world. You will see like that. You will see many other people. Actually, India has got many such leaders. You will find people like Gandhi, for example. He was Prabhupada glorifies him as a man of character. He came to be called as the father of the nation eventually. But if you read My Experiments with Truth, he's talking about some of the human frailties and the challenges we face in life. He honestly wrote it down, correct now? So you will find many big people, and that is why in India the concept of NGOs emerged. See why why the NGOs were started, that? Because before that you make an organization, immediately there is a fight for power, position, post, prestige, politics, all these peace come immediately. Similarly you make a church, for example, who will be the rabbi? Who will be the abbot? Who will be the brethren? Who will occupy which post? And for the post and position, there is a very big fight, competition, lobbying we call it. Lobbying means, they will catch this person, that person, somehow get into that post. But after occupying and sitting in that post, he will not do any good work. He will be counting, okay, do they give flight tickets to travel? Do I get a separate room of my own? What all I can get? So therefore, this famous statement, Abraham Lincoln must have heard, no? Ask not what the country has done for you. Ask what you have done. Same thing you say. Ask not what ISKCON has done for you. Ask what you have done for ISKCON. Correct, no? Can you say or not? So many people are saying, मैं ISKCON में जुड़ा, क्या किया ISKCON ने मुझे? क्या नहीं किया तुमको बताओ? You got Prabhupada books, you got deities, you got morning program, you get prasad, you get association of devotees. So if you count the blessings in ISKCON, you are getting so much. Ask yourself, what have you done for ISKCON? You see. So in this way, if you aspire to do good, and then if Krishna wishes, he can make you do great. Like the squirrel who put that small piece of stone, was he thinking, is anybody clicking photo of my putting stone? Do you think squirrel is looking? Maybe somebody will show my photo to Lord Rama. Lord Rama will recognize. He was doing it because he wanted to do the good. He never had that. We are all getting late for the college. You can carry on. Yeah. Yes. Squirrel had no idea that Lord Rama is going to recognize him, isn't it? His satisfaction was that I am getting chance to serve the Lord. That's the meaning of aspiring to do good. Do your best. And then if Krishna wants to make you great, he will make you great. See, key performance focus, not result focus. You can see this when Ravana was taking Sita away. At that time, Jatayu came to fight with him. Jatayu was a very old eagle. Ravana told Jatayu, if you come my way, I'll kill you. Jatayu said, you can kill me if you want, but as long as my life is in my body, you cannot take Sita away, he said. So see, one of the wings he has cut. And then he lost his balance and he was coming down, and then Sita cried loudly. Again he rose up. And then that wing was also caught, then he fell down to the ground. And Ravana flew away. So from a material point of view, Jatayu lost the battle or won the battle? Lost the battle. Still when Lord Ramachandra came here in Atimanusha Stotram, there is a verse which says, Lord Ram promised him that this very evening I will send you to Vaikuntha. He told them. He personally nursed. He applied some medicines on his body, and Lord Ram said, you are like my father. So he did Antyeshti also for this. You can see how his life became glorious. Jatayu. So he aspired to do good or great. Yeah, he never thought his name will be written in Ramayana with such glorification, because he wanted to put his lid on his life. So are we putting our sweat and toil in doing the service faithfully with a proper seva bhav, or are we very much eager to... Nowadays people want to promote, self-promotion has become too much nowadays. Too much. There are many people who do very little but they promote a lot. How many of you have seen that? Correct, na? Isn't it? It will look like they are doing a lot. If you go there and see, nothing is there. Correct, na? On the other hand, there are many devotees in the world who do a lot of things, but promotion is very poor. Correct, na? So many people, for getting funds, grants and everything, they magnify and show. Correct, na? So, but actually we are looking for, the world is looking for genuine people now, who aspire to do some good. The NGO, as I was telling you, the NGO, what is NGO? See, the government starts some organization over a period of time. Many lazy people occupy the post but don't fulfill the duties what should be done sitting in that post. Then the government wonders, money is locked up, resources are locked up, they are underutilized, everything go down, everything is locked up. These guys are not doing what to do. Then they started NGO. NGO means NGOs are spearheaded by one person who is super enthusiastic for their activity, no matter what. He has that burning zeal. So he feels that, yes, this must be done. It's very important. Like Gauranga Prabhu, he has a zeal that prasadam should be distributed. You see him, although he's a very big preacher, you will always find him with Chamach, and our Adani has come here to Jagannath Puri, and Gauranga is making him also stir, stir the khichdi and cook. He has that feeling for it. Similarly, Rana Swami Maharaj, he has the feeling, devotees should be happy. Community devotees devotees are most rare commodity and they should be kept happy. Similarly, Jayapataka Swami Maharaj, for him, reach everyone, engage everyone. That is his outreach congregation. Don't leave any living being. He was taken to hospital, and the doctor and the nurse and others are asking about his different aspects of his health and everything. He said everything. And in between, Maharaj is asking, what's your name and which place you are from? Have you heard about Gita? They are asking about his body and he is telling them about soul. And Maharaj was in the hospital. One doctor was about to leave. He told, hey, give him the Mahamantra card to him and teach him how to chant. While going, let him chant the mantra. Even though he is practically bedridden there. Because reach everyone, engage everyone. Similarly, take Lokanath Maharaj. Padayatra worldwide. Reach the holy name to every town and village. Through the Padayatra, through Harinam Sankirtan, holy name should ring around the world everywhere. That's what he stands for. As well as Bhakti Vikas Swami. Preach the truth without compromise. Sadhu should be sadhus. No wishy-washy. Isn't it? So that's what he stands for, correct? Everybody stands for a burning zeal. If somebody has that burning zeal mission, then they do. So the Gopaksha Maharaj, make sure book reaches to Arctic Antarctica also. Nook and corner of the world, the Prabhupada book should reach. Correct? So anybody who, the deep within their heart, they have a burning zeal for something, they really do a lot of things for a period of time. It says Vaisheshika Prabhu, correct? No? It stands for reaching books everywhere. So in this way, these are all people who are aspiring to do good. And in their field, they have become great for a period of time. You will see that. That's the first point. So you can start small in any field. But if you have sincerity, genuineness, without trying to do damba, anybody, the showing of people, there is one Salomalo. The Salomalo, he was an envious person, envious of Tukaram. So one day he called his assistant and said, I will dictate one poem, write down. So he had kept it in a chit and he was telling, and the fellow was sitting down and writing down. At the end he said, Salamala Mane. As he said. Then the assistant asked, Gee, this song appears to be very familiar. I have already heard it. And then he thought and said, oh, this is Tukaram's song. Last line supposed to be Tukamane. So what this fellow did, he took the whole song, plagiarism we say, no? He took the whole song and changed Tukamane into Salamalamane. And then he made it like that, you see. So, people like Salamalo, these people are more interested in self-importance and popularizing themselves than doing any good. And Tukaram, for example, he wrote poems very spontaneously, they erupted from his mouth by Lord's grace. He was a pure devotee. And then, so there is a pure devotee, there is a Nakali devotee. And there is Asali devotee, there is Nakali devotee. Just like you have 24 karat gold, no? Pure gold. Nakali, what do you call the Nakali gold? Rolled gold, you call it. Rolled gold. That's a real currency note, there is fake currency note. Correct, no? Similarly, sometimes brahmachari also, somebody is wearing saffron, wearing tilak and kantimala, they look like beautiful devotee. Not that every devotee who wears saffron and tilak and shaven head is a wonderful devotee. Sometimes somehow or other a person is given early initiation by some guru and he is looking like a devotee. Therefore, Prabhupada says a person's character is revealed when he opens his mouth, he says, no? Isn't it? A fool is unexposed until he opens his mouth, and his lifestyle, you see, what is his character, what are his qualities and everything. So, we want genuineness in our society. If there is a genuineness, our society will expand very powerfully. Prabhupada expanded through his genuineness, you see. Read that.
Get inspiration from others instead of wanting to be like them.
Yeah.
People are normal human beings and like you go through the difficult times. When you come to understand people, you will have sympathy instead of envy.
See, there are two girls here. You say the left side, she is happy, but the right side girl, the same picture, half of it is shown, no? She is not thinking about what I can do. She is thinking about what other girl, how is she flourishing. She is thinking about that. Actually, they did a very good drama in Seattle this time. I had just given them a clue, for few characters. Basically, we wanted to show who is really happy. Correct, no? So they took 4 characters they took. One lady is like a business tycoon. She herself runs a business and she is day and night busy with expanding business and everything. She's caught up in that. There is another lady who got into drinking habit. Like that. She's called Drinkita. They gave the name Drinkita. They gave. Yeah. Another girl, she is mad after Insta Rani. Yeah. So, this girl who is a fan of Insta Rani gets to meet Insta Rani directly once. So the Insta Rani is a very stylish lady with long flowing hair, with sari. And then she goes to her and says, oh, Insta Rani, you are watched by millions of people in Instagram. You are so popular. So now I got to meet you one-on-one personally. I just want to know from you what is the secret of your happiness. Then Insta Rani says, can I reveal my heart to you? And then she says, how she is unhappy. She's expressing. She's telling her, just to become popular in Instagram, how much I have to slog, and how much I have to put up artificial show, which I'm actually not. Like that and all that she reveals, and then this girl understands. Then she goes to Drinkita, and Drinkita says that, I got into this habit with my friends. I tried to be popular among friends. Then you have to do whatever they say you have to do. I could not say no. Now I am become addicted to this habit. I am unable to give up. People think I am drinking and I'm very happy. Eat, drink and be merry. But how am I suffering? She's telling. So then she goes to the business tycoon. She says, oh, you have made a lot of money. I heard that you made 5 times money like your husband. By your own entrepreneurship and business and everything. She cries and says, I get insomnia. What kind of health complications I have. And my relationship at home is so pathetic. Anytime there is going to be divorce, all those things she says. Like that, 3, 4 characters they show. Finally, they show she meets a Hare Krishna girl. Now she is wearing tilak and she is the one who is dancing and chanting. She goes to the temple. Then she asks, hey, what about Instagram? You don't see. She says, oh, I have removed Instagram long ago from my smartphone, she says. I use it only for phoning people, she says. What about your habits? She said, no, we follow 4 related principles. She said, we don't drink, we don't smoke, we don't mix with boys. We keep our purity, chastity. She says like that. What about your business? She says, no, I am a homemaker. My husband is working. He brings enough money. Then what do you do? Then she says, I chant Hare Krishna, I teach children. All that she says. And then she brings all these ladies, everybody, 5, 6 of them. And finally, they all come to see her, how she is so happy. And then finally, they conclude a drama with everybody dancing, in Hare Krishna, dancing, everybody. Of course, it's very, whether in real life it will happen so smoothly, we can't say. Whether everybody will pick up Krishna consciousness so easily. But it was shown very nicely, you understand? Whole idea is, we tend to think somebody else is happy, but what are their problems that we don't know? Correct, no? Like, you ask anybody, how many of you would look like a handsome cinema actor or the most beautiful cinema actors like Sri Devi or somebody, a handsome actor like Kamala Hassan? Somebody asks, everybody will raise hand. But if you see how she passed away, she went to Gulf. And first day news said that she passed away. 2 days later, they said she passed away in a tub. Tub of water, it's a suicide, they were saying. God knows why she did that. But the point is, sometimes there is a threat of murder from such big people and all. That nobody wants. People say, I want to be a very popular figure. But there is also life threat for very big people, correct now? So, therefore, instead of feeling envy for people who are popular, you have to feel pity for them because they have their own allied problems. Nothing comes in this world for free. So, here we have shown, here these 2 little girls are so happy with each other. They are friends. Yeah. So you don't have to be like someone else. Begin by accepting yourself as you are. That's the main point. How to accept yourself as you are, we will tell you a story. See how a crow became a hero, you want to know? See, the crow was telling his wife that I am good for nothing, good for nothing. Why? He said, no, I have accepted you. Why are you thinking you are good for nothing? She asked. He said, no, let me go around and find out. So he went to this is a cuckoo. So I went and told cuckoo, look at your voice, how sweetly you sing. Coo! Look at my voice, I sing crank, 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 crank. So cuckoo said, that's all right. Both of us have almost similar color only. My voice may be better. But the cuckoo said, I am also not very happy with myself. Look at the parrot. How beautiful body he has. He has a reddish chaunch, beak. And he has a green body. He looks so elegant. Then he went to parrot and said, yeah, you are the best bird in the whole world. And the parrot said, I am also not very happy with myself. Although my voice is sweet and my beak is red and my body is green. But look at my wings, it's so short. This is the little wing I have. Look at a peacock. Then crow agreed, oh, peacocks are the most beautiful. Then he went to see the peacock. But the peacock was kept in a zoo. He was dancing inside. So he saw the peacock and said, oh, peacock, nobody in this creation is as beautiful bird as you. Peacock said, that may be, but what do they use? They have captured and kept me in a zoo. Nobody will catch a crow and keep in a zoo. So you are a free bird. Yeah, you can fly anywhere you want. Isn't it? I am a prisoner of my own success. He said, but you are a free bird, you can wander. Having heard that, crow became very happy. He went back to his wife and said, even a peacock praised me, that I am free. Now I have no more anxiety, he said. So this is how crow became a hero. You understood, no? Actually, how crow became a hero? That's the previous point I showed you here, in the previous slide. Begin by accepting yourself as you are. Whatever way God has created you, try to find out in that situation what you can do. Correct, no? That is the point. Okay, second one. Read the heading.
Big and small have potential to stand tall.
So who is big, who is small?
Hanuman big?
Hanuman is big and squirrel is small, yeah. And both have the potential to stand tall. That means bhakti is for all, big and small. Correct, no? Yeah. You see, Hanuman and squirrel, both were recognized by Lord, isn't it? So, in Rigveda, there is a story of, I think it will come, I think. Okay, before we come to that, let us hear this story. Look at this sage with the 3 disciples. He sent them to 3 different directions and told them, all of you collect some jackfruit tree dry leaf and bring me. So none of them could bring in the evening. They came with empty hands. One of them said, I had to pay money because one lady was selling leaf plates, making plates with dry leaves, So I couldn't get. Another one said, a man was crushing the leaves and making some medicinal powder. He said, I can give you leaves, but you have to pay. Another fellow disciple came and said, one fellow was using it as a fuel. He said, I can give you 1 kilo, 2 kilo of this heap of dry leaves, but you'll have to pay for it. So then the Guru told these 3 disciples, what do you understand from this? Even a dry leaf is not useless. How can you be useless? He asked him. And that was ringing in the ears. After they finished their Gurukula and returned home, this was the last instruction they heard from Guru, that no one is useless in this world. Everyone can be useful in some way, somewhere. So in God's creation, everybody is... so that is called self-esteem, we call it. Opposite of inferiority complex. Self-esteem means, Lord Rama made even a squirrel feel self-esteem. I may be small, but Lord Rama recognized my little seva. Felt very happy. See here, this is the Rigveda story I was telling you. A squirrel came out of a mountain hole, and the mountain, which was carrying a lot of forests on his back, was laughing. Ha 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 ha, like he was laughing. And the squirrel looked at him and said this poem. If I am not so large as you, you are not so small as I. I cannot carry forests on my back, and neither can you crack a nut like me. He said. That's how he was so confident with what he could do. This reminds me of another story. One day, morning when a lion was sleeping, when a rat was making noise in the nearby bush, making noise, and the lion got up. His sleep was disturbed. He just caught hold of the rat in his hand and said, hey, what is this? You have spoiled my sleep, he said. So he trembled and said, sir, please don't kill me, don't eat me, he said. And the lion laughed and said, even if I eat you, you will not be enough for my breakfast also. You will go to one corner of my belly. What will I do by eating you? I need a full deer to eat. So I spare your life, get lost. And then he threw him. So, but then while going, the rat said, my dear sir, since you spared my life, I will be of some use to you someday. And the lion laughed and said, you will help me? I am the king of the jungle, he said. But what he said turned out to be true. 6 months later, when lion was caught in a net, could the lion come out? So who helped him? Therefore it is said, big and small have the potential to stand tall. So in this case, who is big? Lion. Who is small? Now the rat has a teeth which can cut the net, but the lion does not have that. And lion has another ability. He has strength, but the rat has that special skill, you see. So therefore, from this we understand the rat recognized one particular skill that God has given him. I recognized, and then he could use it and say even the king of the jungle, you see. Look at this. When Hanuman went to the sabha of Ravana insulted him, telling all the mantris that don't give him a seat. He is the enemy's messenger, don't give him a seat. And then Hanuman was put in the middle of all of them, surrounding him in all chairs. And the people are laughing at him. So Hanuman said, if you don't give me a seat, I will make a seat of my own. Because I am Ramadut. You can't insult Rama like this. By insulting the messenger, you are insulting the person who sent the messenger. So he made his own seat. See what type of seat he made. And so tall seat he made. See, Ravana had to look like this. So Hanuman did not cry that he is being insulted in the public. He was pretty confident that of being servant of Rama. Actually, how Hanuman has the self-esteem. Dasoham kaushalendrasya ramasya aklishta karmana, he says. Ravana, you're asking me, who am I? I am the servant of Lord Rama who has spotless character. Like that he said. So we all have to be confident that I am servant of Krishna, I am servant of Bhaktivinoda Thakur, Prabhupada, our Bhaktivedanta Swami Prabhupada, and Bhaktivinoda Thakur, Gaur Krishna Babaji, such great acharyas. So when we get that right type of pride, it's called spiritual pride, correct now? So we feel very confident in our spiritual life. That gives us self-esteem, and you don't feel insignificant. You feel very joyful in that position. You see, false ego is negative, but self-respect is positive and wanted. So we should not have false ego in the name of spiritual pride. That is not good. Like for example, I can be proud that I am a follower of such a great soul like Prabhupada. But that should not turn to false ego. False ego means, you think I am great. But self-esteem means you think where I am sheltered, that shelter offering person, he is great. Correct now? Just like a son, when he sees a bulldog, he is afraid. But when he catches the father's hand, he has no fear. No, he can kick him. Because his confidence is not in himself. His confidence is in the father. Similarly, Prahalad, was he having self-confidence or God confidence? Yeah. But most people nowadays talk about what confidence? Yeah. Actually, what confidence you can have? What power do you have? Our confidence should be in God who is sheltering us. That should be God confidence. Read that.
Surround yourself with people who uplift you.
Yeah. See, these little children, they all have good friends, you see. See, in our life also, we need people who are innocent, simple, friendly, jovial, and who don't expect anything from us except friendship, that's all. Like Krishna had Sudama, Krishna had Uddhava, that type of friendship. Krishna had Arjuna, correct, no? So, actually, in villages, we have experience of this. We had friends, absolutely non-threatening relationship. Why am I using the word non-threatening? Nowadays, people only connect if they have anything to get out of you. Therefore, you fear. Why this person want to be a friend? What is he going to ask me? And many of the housing colonies, people don't know the neighbor's name also. They have when we were small kids, we have seen all kids going from one home into another home, and if the mother is giving something to her child, she will give to the other child also. Very good intimacy was there amongst people. But now, therefore, what is the advantage of having such genuine friendship, where nowadays another artificialness has come. Some people speak to you in a very cautious way so that they won't hurt you. They think something about you, but they say something else about you. You know that it is all formal praise. It is not coming from the bottom of the heart. Because generally I am a very straightforward person. So whenever I appreciate, people take my appreciation also very seriously. Because they know very well this fellow doesn't keep anything. Whatever I see, I will tell immediately. On the face, I will tell. Hey, why is it like this? And something is good, I will tell good also. So therefore, when I appreciate good, people know that, hey, Prabhuji liked it very much. Like that. They know, because because artificial, I cannot say something is good just to pamper somebody. Anything, any improvement I see anywhere, immediately I will tell them. If I see flower, you're taking flower to offer to Prabhupada. One day I saw flowers are like very dry. Dry flower, small flower. One fellow was giving everybody flower. I said, hey, before giving it, look at it. Yes, Prabhuji, kya? I said, how can you offer dry flower to Prabhupada? Prabhuji, whatever was in the fridge, I brought it. ये मेरा गलत नहीं है. आपका गलती लाना नहीं था. आपका गलती देखा नहीं आपने. You have not seen. How can you give a dry flower like this? Then I called the manager and gave a punishment. What is the punishment? For next 6 months, you have to get rose flower every day. I said, Prabhuji, rose flower is 10 times the cost. I said, that's a punishment now. Fresh rose flower, you get it. For 6 months, they got it that time. So, but why am I saying this? When good things you appreciate, bad things you have to improve in this society. So we need, at the same time, we don't want to hurt people in the name of being straightforward. You cut their nose or insult anybody very personally. We should not do that. But we need people who are uplifting. There are 4 types of people Bhagavatam says you come across in this world. People who are uplifting, people who are discouraging, people who are neutral, and people with whom you never have interacted. 4 types of people. People who have never interacted, you don't know who they are. You just see them from a distance. Correct, no? Then there are people who come in your life, but they take a neutral stand. Neither do they do any great good for you, nor do they insult you or anything. They are neutral people. Haribol, that's all. Nothing more than that. That type of people. But then amongst the other 2 people, uplifting and discouraging people, you have to be very careful to avoid those who discourage you. They make you feel bad. So we have to associate with those who can uplift our spirits and consciousness. For Arjuna, what about Krishna? Was he uplifting or discouraging? Uplifting. But among Kshatriya enemies, they would discourage the other person by shouting at them. You have seen that in Bhagavatam. You coward! Today I will send you to the court of Yamaraj. This fellow will say, today I will make your body food for jackals. Have you seen that in Bhagavatam? This Varuna was standing and this Hiranyaksha went and bowed down to him and said, Sir, please, I want a charity from you. I depend on you, he said. And Varuna asked, what do you want? My son, tell me, whatever you ask, I'll give you. He said, I want to have a war with you. I want to fight you. And I want to finish you, he said. And Varuna said, oh, you want a war with me? I am an old man, you see. See, Devatas don't get old. They are always young only. He said, I am an old man. I have a very fragile body. I won't be able to fight with you. But at this moment, there is a great personality called as Hiranyaksha who appeared. I mean, Lord Varaha who has appeared. So Hiranyaksha, for you, Varaha will be a very good combat, because when you fight with him, he will make sure that your body becomes a food for the jackals and eagles. Like he says. And he will lie down dead in the graveyard, unable to get up. Like that he says. He will teach a good lesson, go out him, like that he says. So this is how Kshatriya speak. Kshatriya is supposed to discourage the confidence of enemies by their speech like that, isn't it? So by speaking like that, they speak. But actually, in our dealing with one another, devotees, we need people who encourage us, uplift us. So there is one more type of devotee who may sometimes point faults in you, but with the desire to uplift you. That is also possible. But his criticisms should be taken in a positive light. Because his interest is not to push you down. Like that is where your trust comes into picture. If you trust the devotee that, oh, he is my well-wisher. How many of you seen some well-wisher is telling you, hey, instead of this, we do like this. This would come out better. Why do you do like this? So then they are actually encouraging you. They actually want to bring something best out of you. Correct, no? So one should take that also as uplifting. Here you see, Suniti was an uplifting person and Suruchi was discouraging. Correct, no? So you can see how Suniti brought best out of Dhruva. Suruchi brought worst out of Dhruva. Correct, no? So you also, every one of you, you are all, you are like Dhruva only. So somebody can bring best out of you by encouraging you, uplifting you. Correct, no? Somebody else can bring the worst out of you. You all think, picturize in your mind, what is the worst thing that came out of you? One day you became wild and angry on somebody. You flared up. That's the worst thing came out of you. And the best thing that came out of you, one day you became very humble and full of gratitude, and you expressed humility when you are glorified. That's the best that came out of you, correct, no? So, how many of you experienced, in yourself only you observed, when you go closer to noble souls, nobility comes out of you. And when you go to certain people, your bad side comes out. How many of you observed it? Correct, no? Yeah. One day I saw in our camp temple, there were 2 brahmacharis who are always having quarrel. But when the guru came, they were dancing in kirtan together, catching hands. I was surprised. It was looking like tiger and deer in Jharkhand Leela. Like in Jharkhand, Mahaprabhu. Yeah, when the spiritual master comes, they forgot all enmity. Correct, no? He brought unity. Like Lord Chaitanya brought unity between tiger and deer, like that. So sometimes very noble souls can bring best out of us. So why I have shown this? I should change here. Epson. See.
Hey, what do you want, my fine feathered friends? Ah, I see. What shall I play then? An excellent choice. You are as gracious as you are beautiful. I will wear it with honor.
See, there are many lessons you can learn from this little video. As you go more and more higher in seniority and understanding and realization, everything, many people want personal time, correct now? But often you find that the paradox in this world is, more you become senior, we also get overloaded with too many engagements and we are not available easily. Whereas Krishna, you can see, he is the number one personality in millions of universes, but he is sitting under a tree on a rock and easily approachable, easily accessible, available, relatable also. See, approachable, why am I using the word approachable? Some people are available, they have time also, but you will not approach them because you know that they are not mature enough to guide. Then they are not approachable. Then some people are the word accessible. They are not accessible. Like you send a what do you call it? Email, no reply. You send a WhatsApp message, no reply. You make a phone call, leave your message in the voice box. It says, and then leave the message. It's like throwing a stone in a pond. No reply also. And you go and say, I want to meet personally. Oh, I have no time. Correct. No? That means not accessible. Correct. No? It's not accessible. So some people are neither approachable nor accessible. And then some people are not relatable. Relatable actually means a person who can be empathic. Empathy means you can understand your feelings, your perspectives. But here you can see, Krishna was asking them, how can I serve you? Oh, fine feathered friends, he's asking, correct? No? When he's calling them as fine feathered friends, he's appreciating the quality that peacocks possess. Because what are they having? Fine feathers. He's appreciating with the qualification. And he's asking them, how can I serve you? He doesn't say as God, hey, I am God, you guys have come here, okay, you do this work for me. He doesn't say. He says, what can I do for you? He's asking. And then they requested him to sing a tune, correct now? So what he said? Yeah, excellent choice. He's appreciative. And then he played that. And then they gave some peacock feather to him. And although it's a very insignificant offering, he accepted it as a very great offering. He says that in one verse, Anu api upahritam bhaktair premna bhuryeva me bhavet bhuryapi abhakto upahritam name toshaya kalpate. This is a verse which comes in the 80-81 chapters of the 10th canto. Sudama. Krishna is telling, hey Sudama, if my devotee offers even as insignificant as some peacock feather or chipped rice or something, that offering becomes great because it's offered with love, genuineness. On the other hand, even if somebody offers me chapan bhog, with a person like Duryodhana, that doesn't, namitoshaya kalpate, he says, then satisfy me. So in this way, one most important thing in this video we understand is, Krishna gives attention and respect even for insignificant entities, like deers now. See, deers, peacock, parrots. Who is going to give attention to these creatures in the forest? They are in their own little world. It gives us an understanding. If he gives attention to them, how much more attention he'll give to Yashoda, Nanda, Gopas, Gopis, other people and all, correct, no? Those are Madhuri Ras, Vatsalya Ras, Sakya Ras and all. So this is how Krishna is able to keep the living entities free from inferiority complex. So as leaders, what we can learn, we should learn the art of giving dignity and respect even to the insignificant devotees. Lord Chaitanya took note of the Dukhi who was bringing some water. She was an old lady bringing water. He made her, from today you will be Sukhi, he said. There was a Muslim tailor also. He gave him love of God because he happened to be whose tailor? Srivas Thakur's tailor. So Mahaprabhu pays attention to even insignificant people, like in the Jagannath Puri temple, he saw that old Varisan lady. He appreciated her for the eagerness with which she took darshan. In South India, he recognized that the South Indian Brahman in Sri Rangam. So, because he is Sakshat Krishna only, he recognizes even apparently insignificant people. Like Kolavacha Sridhar, nobody knew about him. But Mahaprabhu recognized him. Yeah, read that. Lord Krishna is the original, yeah.
Lord Krishna is the original supplying source of all our beauties and powers.
So all of us have some unique potential, I told you. But where does those unique potentials come from? From Krishna. Yeah, read it.
Lord Krishna, your supreme well-wisher, has made you unique. Identify your unique potential and live in alignment with his will.
Yeah. Isn't it? See this. 8 type of smartness. So how many of your body smart means you are good in sports. People smart means you can go for marketing, sales and everything. You are interpersonal very nicely, HR and everything. Your word smart means you are literary talent. You can writing, reading, speaking, elocution, all that you can do. Public speaking. Logic smart means you can go for mathematics and computing. Nature smart means you can go for eco-friendly, environment related things and all. Self-smart means you are a philosopher. You are a thinker. You can be an advisor, lawyer and things like that. And you are picture smart means you can be an artist, visual, spatial. And if you're music smart, you can go into learning musical instruments, singing and everything. So all of you sitting here, you will see that at least one or more talents you possess in this, correct now? So you have to identify. Say, let us assume that in your life, you have taken a career which is not in alignment with your unique potential. You, like for example, somebody wanted to go in music line, but they couldn't go. They took some other career. They become IT engineer or something. But likely that tomorrow, like for example, Rajabadhu's, that family, and also there is Madhava Prabhu's band. These people eventually recognize their talent, correct now? They understood over a period of time. Similarly, some of the brahmacharis who passed out of the ashram, some of them recognize that they can actually be very good motivational speakers, or they can be seminar presenters, corporate seminar advisors. They became like that. Some of them became teachers, Some of them became like that. So one has to find out which talent is most prominent in you. That is Krishna's gift for you. This famous verse you all know, Yadid Vibhuti Matsattvam. Mama Tejomsha Sambhavam, he says. See, somebody has visual talent. They are good in, this is a painting of a chaste housewife. Somebody has done neatly. Similarly, somebody has social talent of sitting and talk. Some people are very shy, but some people are very gregarious. Those are social talent. Yeah, somebody has talent with music, like George Harrison. So in this way, identifying, knowing our unique talents, that can give you confidence and self-respect. All these different talents. Yeah. I read that?
Remember always that your unique talents come from God. Be grateful to God for gifting you the reward. Utilize it to your fullest potential and offer the results to Him.
Yeah, that's what we can do. Be grateful, utilize your potential and offer the karma phala to Him. Then your life is perfect. Actually, they started with 7 many years ago. Recently, they have added naturalistic. Yeah, eco-friendliness and environment. That is added now. So totally it has become 8 now, yeah. Okay, let's go to the third one. Read that.
Compare yourself with yourself only.
Yeah. What is it? See, once sunflower laughed at the elephant and said, "Hey, elephant, you are a freak," he said. The elephant felt ashamed. "Why are you calling me like this?" The flower said, "Look at us, we have beautiful petals and you don't have any petals on your body. You look so ugly." And the elephant was repeatedly remembering what he was criticized about. "I don't have this." He started weeping silently. Then he purchased Fevicol and put all over his body. These are leaves, he stuck the leaves and he came and asked sunflower, "Hey, how do I look now?" Now he looks, "Hey, you look much pretty now. You also have leaves now, great," he said. But the problem for the elephant was because he covered all his body while walking in a mountain. Mountain wasn't very steep, it was shallow, but still while walking he slipped and fell into the river. When he fell into the river, all the leaves went off. He toppled and fell. Again he became like this. So now the elephant was worried. Again the flowers are going to laugh at me. Flowers, you see what they said. "Don't worry, my friend, please understand this fact. Elephants are elephants, flowers are flowers." They said, "Flowers can't do what you can do, nor can you be what flowers are. Be happy in the way God has made you. Don't try to be like someone else." That's what they taught him. So, this is a great lesson for us. Don't try to become like someone else. That will actually strain you too much. Just like this elephant, sticking Fevicol and putting, leaves over his body. So you bring out what you have rather than try to imitate. Imagine if a cat looks at a tiger and says, "I want to be like the tiger." He takes a firewood from the kitchen and then puts strips and then looks in the mirror, "How I look like." When somebody shouts, they say, and the cat will run away. Isn't it? So they have different gunas, you see. When tiger comes, you run away. When you come, cat runs away. Isn't it? So a cat need not imitate the tiger, you see. See what he says. "Dear flowers, thank you for that wonderful lesson you taught me today. Now I can live peacefully as God has made me." I get your point, he said. Isn't it? See, God created you as you are. Learn to love it. Learn to live it. Everyone is a star and deserves the right to twinkle. Which means people look at somebody else as a star and then they think, "I have to be like that star." Now, is it not a wrong idea to think, "I am a star"? See, in true ego, a devotee feels that Krishna loves me and Krishna is happy with my service. One time I asked a question to my spiritual master, why our Vaishnava Acharyas are putting their name signature in the song? He says Narottama Das or Bhakti Vinod. Always the last line will be Acharya's names. "Maharaj, why not just write a song and not own the song, leave it?" And Maharaj was so happy with my question. He called me. It was a Sunday morning Bhagavatam class. And he took off his garland and put it on my neck. Said, "Brilliant question," he said. And then he said, "I will try to answer it nicely," he said. And then he said, "You see, the offerings that the Acharyas sing is a personalized offering to the Lord. So, when they put the name and give, they are offering it to the Lord as their personal offering. And so that Lord will accept it. They want Lord to accept it. And another thing is said, in future when devotees will sing this song, because their name is there, again that time the mercy will be repeatedly given to them. If 1,000 devotees sing one song of Narottam Das Thakur gets how many times? 1,000 times. Don't attract the mercy. So he said it's a personal offering. Just like a mother personally want to feed her child. Similarly, the devotees want to offer a personal offering to the Lord. I thought he was telling. So therefore, in Krishna's eye, who is a star? Which jiva is star in Krishna's eye? Everyone. That's the whole point. Actually, Krishna gives the feeling to every jiva that jiva is the most important jiva for him. For example, look at this one. Here he is making mother feel that all my time is only for you. Look at Yashoda. Mother, I have nothing in the world to do other than you. So she feels so happy. Then he makes Nanda Baba feel, you are most important for me. I will bring your sandals on me. He is making gopis feel, I am only dancing with you. And then gopis think that, oh, Krishna never leaves me. He is always only with me. And he makes all the Vijavasis that, see, I am sheltering you. I am always available at your service. This is the power of God. He can make everybody feel very important. You know, Shamanand Prabhu once told me a story. There were two girls talking amongst one another. You know, he was telling, it's a Christian story he was telling. You know, one girl was telling the other girl that, look at this John, how smart he is, how intelligent he is. He always is topping his this and getting this, and she was glorifying John. And then she was telling about Sam. Sam's some good qualities, she was telling. Then her friend told her, I think you're going to marry John, isn't it? He said, no, we have decided to marry Sam, he said. But you glorified John, and John as doing this, that, so many things like that. She said, yes, it's true. When I see John, he makes me understand how great he is. But when I meet Sam, he makes me feel how great I am. You know, he makes me feel very important in his company. Like Krishna can make Rukmini feel very important. He can make Satyabhama feel very important. You will never find Krishna belittling anybody, anywhere. You cannot find. You see, even when Ravana was killed, Lord Ram was the one who insisted Vibhishan to perform. He told Vibhishan. Vibhishan was not interested. Ram said, if you don't do it, I will do it, Ram said. And another thing Ram said, after a person dies, you should not talk ill of him. Because the soul has left the body, you should not talk ill about the past. Like that he said. So Krishna can make everybody feel very important. Yeah. You see, when Krishna sits like this in the Vanabhoj, all the coward boys can see the beautiful smiling face of Krishna in front of their eyes. Now, even the boys sitting behind, they don't see the hair of Krishna, they see the face of Krishna. How Krishna will do it, you have to go back, go to spiritual world and find out. He's able to give that feeling to everybody, of seeing everybody. This is a famous thing that Einstein said. Everybody is a genius, but if you judge a fish by its ability to climb a tree, it will live its whole life believing it is stupid. So what is the meaning of this? In the animal school, there was a paper on swimming. So fish got A grade and monkey got F grade. And there was a tree climbing. In that monkey got A grade. And that rabbit also tried to do tree climbing, but he fell upside down with his head first and he got a brain hemorrhage. Because he is not meant for tree climbing. When there is a burrowing competition, who got A grade? Rabbit got A grade, correct? So in this way, each jiva is uniquely made by the Lord. That's why we have this. Tata. What is Tata? Teachers, administrators, traders, artisans. 4 types of people, they have unique talent. Like you see, all of us are rigidly fixed in one of these 4, where we are most comfortable. That's why one of my goals also is to identify, 2 people mainly, Brahmanas and Kshatriyas. We want Brahmana type of boys who actually can study Shastra, relish and preach. We want Kshatriya type of boys who can help organize the activities. These 2 you get it is enough. Because other people, Vaishya sponsoring people very easily come. That's not very difficult. And other people, Jobala Sokoro, they will also easily come. In big number they come. We especially want the first 2 categories. Organizers and preachers, we want as much as possible. So I have come up recently with a test, 20 questions test, where you can identify these 2 talents. If you remind me, I'll send you. So, yeah. So I have made one for the chartered accountants and one for the engineers and doctors I made also separately. Actually, you get them very easily. It's not very difficult. Actually, there are Vaishya's cultivation can be done also by anybody very easily. Their cultivation is very simple. Like you arrange devotees to go and regularly give them prasad, and invite them for festivals to temple. And they don't need too much time. They have no time also. Once in 3 months, you invite them for a festival or birthday, they come. You get very easily. And if you cultivate them, then they can give a lot of money. One thing is, you should be able to use that money effectively. See, one Vaishya, he has got 1,500 acres in Pune, in Kadakwasla. Yes, 1,500 acres. Now say, he may be ready to give. But if he's saying, I'll give you 50 acres, for example, we should be able to use it well. Yeah, we should have manpower to use it. Correct now. Actually, nowadays, a lot of people are giving land, people are giving money, people are ready to support. But even though we have facilities and resources and amenities, we need preachers and organizers. And our Brahmana preachers, they are very happy in their own bhajan. So we need organizers to give this Brahmana a platform where he can preach and expand. Correct now. So that's unique talents. Yeah. Do not see this. Do not compare yourself with others. If you do so, you are insulting yourself. Read that right side below one. Learn that.
Learn that healthy comparison that can boost your self-respect and help you work successfully in a team.
Yeah. You see, you all know the story of the rabbit and tortoise. Long story cut short. You see this. You see, slow and steady. That's what in India people know this. But fast and consistent will always be ahead of slow and steady. Imagine if a rabbit never slept. What will happen? Who will win? And rabbit will win when? Always he will win. Correct, no? So then what the tortoise said, let us fix the goal ahead of the river, he said. Now what happened? Rabbit went up to the edge of the river. He couldn't go ahead. Tortoise slowly reached there and then dropped into water and reached the goal. This time who won? That means if the target is ahead of water, who will always win? Tortoise. That is called situational leadership. Because in water, who is the leader? In land, who is the leader? Once they found out this concept of situational leadership, situation means the element, water element or land element. Then they became friends by that time because 3-4 times they interacted for competition. They became friends. They said, okay, on land, rabbit said, I will take you on my back. And on water, you take me on your back. Again on land, I will take you on my back. Then both of them accomplished the goal. This is called complementing. Complementing, not competing. Earlier they were competing, now they are complementing. You see? Read that brown one on the right side. Yeah.
The moral of the story. On the opposite bank.
It is good to be?
It's good to be individually brilliant and to have strong core competencies. But unless you are able to work in a team and harness each other's core competencies, you will always perform below par because there will always be situations at which you will do poorly and someone else do well.
Yeah, some people are not able to complement. They will keep on doing what they can do and they will never combine their talent with others' talent. They are like called individual players. These two guys were individual players, our rabbit and tortoise earlier. But now, read the next para.
Teamwork is mainly about situational leadership, letting the person with the relevant core competency for a situation take leadership.
Say you are a leader, but you are also accommodating leader who accommodates multiple leaders. Prabhu, you can manage very well, you manage. Prabhu, you can cook very well, you cook. You let people exhibit their talents. And then that's called complementing. Yeah. See, this is a hard-working crow, isn't it? But he found out a smart way how he went to a fruit juice shop and got one straw. Like that he drank. It's a smart worker. So similarly, the complementing is also smart work. Yeah. Read that.
In the material world,
the purport, direct purport from Prabhupada. Yeah.
In the material world, there is a keen competition between animal and animal, man and man, community and community, nation and nation. But the devotees of the Lord rise above such competitions. They do not compete with the materialist because they are on the path back to Godhead, where life is eternal and blissful. Such transcendentalists are non-envious and pure in heart. In the material world, everyone is envious of everyone else, and therefore there is competition. But the transcendental devotees of the Lord are not only free from the material envy, but are all well-wishers to everyone, and they strive to establish a competitionless society with God in the center.
Yeah. So this is the meaning of complementing. Devotees should know the art of complementing the talents with others' talents, rather than compete with other devotees and cancel the energies. Huh? Yeah. Yeah. So whether given in a positive or negative manner, you can use criticisms to your best advantage. Huh? Even if somebody gives you criticism, take advantage of the inputs as a feedback and grow. Don't get frightened. Huh? Yeah. So you cannot modify these things much. Huh? Wealthy, poor, handsome, ugly, healthy. So with this existing situation, one should see what I can do. Huh? So the vegetarian food is sanctioned, but non-vegetarian food is not sanctioned. So very simple things we can do in our life. That means sanctify the food and eat it. Huh? Similarly, not encroach on others' property, accept what is allotted for you. Huh? Earn the wealth honorably. Don't earn by wrong means. Huh? And then do work according to religion, and then offer the food to God. Huh? Don't break the regulatory principles. And then endeavor should not be for greed, but in divine consciousness. Marriage as per Shastra, religious principles. So like this. Okay, so I will stop here with this. And now fourth and fifth. Actually, fourth and fifth is very easy. In 5 minutes you'll get over. See, this devoted or for duty's sake. Okay, let us assume that one of us is not a great hero. We are not outstanding, and you've seen outstanding people are put in big positions, correct? No? Somebody becomes a unit head. Somebody becomes project manager and everything. If somebody is average, then they can cultivate certain things which will make them also very important. Huh? For example, here you see 24/7 available. Huh? And here you see, if you're honest, if you meet the deadlines, if you adapt quickly with people, it's called agility, we call it. Huh? And then you avoid politics, don't criticize anybody, and appreciate other people's work styles. And you're a team player. Huh? See, if you do these things, and also when boss is calling, you're ready to run immediately, like the fellow is running, you see. Yeah. So then these are also special qualifications for many people. Many companies don't want to leave people like this also. People who, at least they meet the deadlines. And they can adapt to situations, people. Even if you give last minute assignment, a person will not get upset. There are people like that. And they never do politics. There are people who never talk ill of anybody. Clean mouth. And they're a good team player and being honest. And 24/7 available and ready to run. These are not very difficult to attain qualities. What do you think? Isn't it? These are cultivable. By doing this, our importance will be increased. Therefore, a person who is devoted to work will have these symptoms. If you are devoted to any service you do. Prabhupada is glorifying the Radha Damodar temple old lady who was bringing water pot. Correct? No, Prabhupada said she would definitely go back to Godhead. Yeah. Okay, last one. The fourth one is pray for empowerment. I think it's fifth one, I think it is. So by empowerment, many things are like Arjuna prayed to Krishna for help and he got the guidance and he emerged victorious, you see. If you write a daily journal, positive development in your life, self-discipline, you can write about all these things. What positive thing is happening in my life? What discipline I am able to adopt? Praying to Lord for guidance on how I can become more disciplined and more positive. Be honest with yourself. Then you can avoid discouragements coming in life. By prayer, you get enormous inner strength. Like Hanuman, you've seen. See, perseverance plus power of superior blessings plus prayer leads to empowerment. You see? That means you are yourself making effort, then superiors are blessing you, then pray to God. And all these things put together gives you empowerment. And then you can do miracles. Like Hanuman did. Hanuman also brought this another time, the mountain also, a very Sanjeevani mountain, very powerful personality. Similarly, Prabhupada also became empowered, starting with meeting Sumati Morarji, going in Jaladuta, getting a couple of heart attacks, and then getting encouragement from the Lord, Gaurnitai, and all the avatars came and encouraged him. Despite heart attack, he traveled to West, arrived in USA. Rest is history. How he succeeded. He was empowered by sincere prayer. He wrote that arcane Bhagavat, isn't it? You see, now rest is history. What all successes Prabhupada achieved. So much unlimited success. So this was an article in India Republic. He's the most successful Indian in America. Prabhupada ki. Thank you very much. Hare Krishna. Next time you come, we will discuss about superiority complex. Next class, okay?